absolutely alert, become, then look within and feel about all these 11 Vyaktitwas in us. Are we valuing them? Are we strengthening them? Are we finishing our obligations to the world without creating new? With the Seva Bhava, with the Akanksha of Antakarna, Prarabdha and Runa Vimochana. Antakarna Shuddhi, then Prarabdha clearance and Runa Vimochana. So that my heart is fully free to engage for the Lord. So too are we in its completeness if possible, or at least sufficiently aware about the glory of the Sanatana Dharma, its moksha giving intentions and means, and are we following, respecting, serving Sanatana Dharma, whatever is possible at our level. At one level of life, we do the things which come to us. A little later, we have to take initiative to do what is to be done, especially with regard to the Dharma Stapana. It is not that it is put on our head. The prarabdha is put on our head. Sadhana is put on our head. But this one we have to take on our head. That helps in enhancing our qualification for sadhana. How much is the viraga vyakti in us? The vairag is the ability of being free anytime from the uncalled for thoughts of any actions, any things, any beings, any indulgences. Not laziness, but we are alert. We have already done sufficient discrimination and ruthlessly we rejected what is not required. Therefore, those thoughts are not coming. That state is Vairagya. How much is the Bhakta in us growing? No, taking the help of Shivananda Lahari. Sa Bhaktirityuchyate Ankolam Nijabija Santatihi. पादारविन्दद्वयं चेतो वृत्तिरुपेत्य तिष्ठति सदा सा bhaktirityuchyate. Yesterday we saw the definition of bhakti in that 61st sloka. Shivananda Lahari. How much the Shishya in us is becoming stronger, disciplined, how to say, the surrender to the Guru and then receiving and implementing the guidances. We have to ensure it. Become more close to your Guru, whoever, in the heart. Feel the teachings that are received, then feel for them and try to do. That is how the Shishyatva is made stronger in us, very essential. Then, how much is the Mumukshu in us? We miss this aspect in our childishness, immaturity. That staying in the bound world of worldliness and upadhis, we want to experience the liberation. This paradox, contradiction, we have to solve. We have to grow to that level of deep thinking and understanding. कि फंसा वाला जगत में उपाधियों में रहते हुए लिबरेशन वाला सुख पाना, it is laughable thing whether we understand, accept or not. So that mumukshuta, in which we recognize inside the upadhis, outside the involvements, are the bandhana. I want to come out of them permanently. That mumukshuta, are we understanding it? Is it strengthened in us by our conscious efforts? So too the jignasutva, most beautiful thing. You know, gaveshana कहते हैं उसको in another language. In Gita, Bhagavan says, yesterday we saw for the youth, tataha padam tat parimargitavyam Yasmin gataha na nivartanti bhuyaha. Cut asunder the samsara vriksha through asanga shastra. Asanga shastrena drudhena chitva tataha tatpadam paritaha margitavyo. Discover that self. तत्पद का सर्च करो, सीख करो, ढूंढो, निकालो, पकड़ो. यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूय, having known whom, no coming back to suffering samsara. How to do? तमेव च आद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणे. Who is the one from whom the whole universe has come, staying, going back? Searching him, that's called as jignasa. How much is that becoming stronger as a result of all above said things done, especially studying Shastras? Then, how much is strong the Shrota in us? How much we are giving time, value to listen, and after listening to the voice of the Guru Shastra from outside. Later on, the voice of Guru and Shastra, the kind ones, when they want to speak from inside, are we paying our heed and ears to listen to them? Shrotrutva in us has to be checked again and again. You know, the other day somebody saying, Swamiji, I want to talk to you. I said, when will you listen to me? Only you want to talk and tell, or will you listen also? So, listening, isn't it? Shrotrutva. Then all of them are basically start from when we decide we are Paramatma Adhyatmika Sadhakas, not samsarins. This is also another crucial thing, when we go into those mm, ghat roads or pahadi areas, mountains, Himalayan range. कार में ट्रैवल करते हैं ना, तो आफ्टर फ्यू किलोमीटर्स वी टेक ए टर्न वेयर we go to the another mountain, different pahad altogether. We don't become aware of it, but the range of mountains from one to the other, we just go. Like we go to Tirupati also, there are 7 hills, one after the other we keep crossing. Same way from the hillock of decisively being a samsari, with our choice, our willingness, our efforts, our involvements, our indulgences, from that effortfully, willingly, have we or can we or are we shifting to the new pahad that I am Adhyatmika Sadhaka. Dekho, inside, you know, that has to come. Otherwise, we can't do any sadhana sincerely, seriously. Because the samsari in us blackmails us emotionally, pulls us this side. अरे ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है, इससे भी बात करना है, वो भी देखभाल करना है. आप इतने सारे इमोशंस थॉट्स में the spiritual sadhaka is suppressed. He is not allowed to raise his voice at all. That way, one day gets spent, 1 week gets spent, 1 month gets, 1 year gets, whole life gets spent like that. Lives together, kalpa mahakalpa also. There is no end to these entanglements. Self created, self accepted, self established, self continued. Isn't it? Think about this little coolly. Have we shifted from this building of choiceful willing samsari to that building of choiceful willing साधक? साधकत्व बहुत मुश्किल है स्वीकार करना कि नो मोर आई एम द परस्यूअर ऑफ एनीथिंग ऑफ वर्ल्ड आई एम परस्यूअर ऑफ परमात्मा. In fact, the more the sadhakatva becomes deeper, sincere in us, then only we start realizing the value, need, importance of the true satsanga, true study of Shastras, and the Guru Upasana, Daiva Upasana, Adhyatmika Sadhana, Jivana. All of that are understood and accepted to be very precious and important. only when the sadhaka in us is stronger. Aikini, when do I join the medicine and study medical subject? When I find importance in being a doctor. अब बेसिकली मुझे डॉक्टरी का इम्पोर्टेंस ही नहीं है, इंटरेस्ट क्यों पढ़ूंगा मैं वो? बेसिक थिंग इज दिस. The opposite is also true. Why we are involving in our actions and mind in the worldliness only so much? Because we are still strongly, decisively inside a samsari only. Who is a samsari? Out of ignorance and delusion, who seeks continuous happiness in the world and gets only one thing called as disappointment. And still, because ignorance is intact, delusion is intact, he changes the things and beings and situations, seeking the same impossible happiness from the world and never wants to know that happiness is not here, it is there. Such ignorant, deluded, hard-working, all-time miserable individual is called as samsari. So this being very important, ponder over it. Then in us again that parishrami vyakti is required. There's a lot of hard work has to be done for spiritual sadhana. So many sacrifices are involved in it, tapasyas are involved in it, self abnegations, controls are involved in it, intense variety of sadhana paddhatis, upasanas, क्या क्या नहीं करना होता है. Are we ready for that? When we say hard work is physically work, mind molded, intellect turned towards, senses withdrawn. These are all very tough jobs. We have to be ready for it. Like yeah, when we talk in yoga bhasha, first is yama sadhana. In that first is the ahimsa. Now dekho how tough it is to do this first ahimsa alone. Because through our words, through our mind, through various ways, we take it so lightly in doing the himsa. And we even enjoy that also. Even to get an idea that I have no right to do himsa to any being, kaya, vacha, manasa, therefore I have to be very conscious in my behavior. So I'll do it and I will establish in this ahimsa sadhana. कितना कठिन होता है. Or here the shama sadhana, mano nigraha in Vedanta. So that parishrami, if he is not there in us, if there is a convenient sadhaka in us, he is not sadhaka at all. When things are convenient, doing them is not sadhana. Most inconvenient, absolutely everything in sixes, sevens. At that time, we are able to stick to our inner and outer chosen sadhanas. That is called as real sadhana. It calls for that hard work. मेहनत मुश्किल त्याग उसमें जरूरी है वो. Then what makes us do all of them joyfully is an inspired dynamic vyaktitva, isn't it? That also another important. That is a peculiar, beautiful thing. We have to necessarily create a best two examples of that. We can see are of Bhagavan Shri Krishna and our Puja Gurudev. All hardships, dukkha, bereavements, humiliations, difficulties they went through. Yet they never gave up that being inspired, dynamic, active because they have chosen like that. All of our difficulties put together are equal to the difficulties of Bhagavan Krishna. Yet we never see Lord Krishna. You can't imagine him, you know, becoming weak or crying or non-dynamic or no. सो जीना विथ फुल इंस्पिरेशन, कुछ भी करना विथ फुल इंस्पिरेशन. ड्यूरिंग द जीवन कितना भी दुख आए विथ इंस्पिरेशन. जो करना है साधना वो भी इंस्पिरेशन. और फाइनली मरना है इवन दैट ऑल्सो because that is the one which suppresses mind's emotions, obligations, sentiments, also the body's lazinesses, suppresses and eliminates. That self created inspirational personality is an antidote for the delusion that we are very miserable, non performing person, lazy, and we are not aware of that. What I'm telling, what we're discussing, very subtle thought it is. कि we are reckless, we are careless, we are irresponsible. करके हमको पता भी नहीं है that we are so. Are we responsible for our sadhana? Have we taken full charge of it? चलो ठीक है नहीं कर रहे क्यों घर गृहस्थी में फंसे आर वी टेकिंग 100% ऑफ दैट और वट एवर पर्सनल गोल्स आर देयर money earning name fame are we fully aggressive in that no everywhere we are zero level that we are not even aware also in serving the guru in serving the sanatana dharma कहाँ हमारा क्या है ना पाँव हिल रहे हैं वी आर स्टक अप ओनली विद द चेन ऑफ तमोगुण आलानमिव दंती like yesterday we said yoga Vasishta Ramayana. This personality created of being active, dynamic, can help us consciously or unconsciously, knowingly or unknowingly, to come out of those delusions, lazinesses, irresponsibilities. You know, Gurudev has mastered it. He just remained dynamic, active, even at the age of 77. बट आप बूढ़े हो गए, आपका हार्ट प्रॉब्लम है, ये है, वो है, कुछ करोगे तो मरेंगे। बोले तो मर तो मरूँगा मैं, लेकिन आई कांट डाई लेज़ी। I can't die non-dynamic, isn't it? You are so aggressive. Krishna Bhagwan bhi वैसे. These two are the best examples. So this is the 11th sadhakatva, 11th lakshana, vyaktitva. We have to harbor them, we have to strengthen them. Cool and calm and daily contemplating on that. Now who helps us in this is our Shastras, regular study with gratefulness and respect. Our gurus, regularly being in contact with them, getting guidance from them, isn't it? They won't do the dakal andazi in our life unless we take initiative. Dekho, with our ego, pride, old age, or money position, we can command every other persons to take initiative and talk to us. But with regard to Guru and God and even parent, it is we who have to take initiative in our interest. गुरु को आना चाहिए मेरे घर में नो वी हैव टू गो टू गुरु we have to confidentially talk explain get the guidance and then keep doing the things so dynamism की बात हम कर रहे हैं take initiative take into confidence sorry everywhere else we can expect but here it is in our interest they won't take initiative to involve तो हमको बताते हुए गाइडेंस लेते हुए that beautiful life of all these things and then Shruti Mata, our regular study, then with the Guru Maharaj, this is the second source. The third source is it is we who have to do the upasanas. Remembering these devatas, their contribution in our life. So to the fourth one, the mother. If she blesses, then only we are in Satoguna. नहीं तो फंसाएगी हमको तमो रजो में सेम वे ईश्वर ही विल प्ले द प्ले उनको मजा ही आता है हमको कार्टून की तरह फंसाने में इट इज वी हु आर सफरिंग देयरफॉर आई हैव टू आस्क हिम enough भगवान प्लीज प्लीडिंग 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 रिमूव द कर्टन ऑफ द माया एंड delusion and finally we are brahman but what फायदा if we are not identifying with it so by identifying with the brahman that is brahmopasana By Sharanagati and Prarthana, that is Ishvara Upasana. By requesting and begging, Mother's Upasana. And by Upasana and prayer to the Devatas. And by taking into confidence and telling where do we stand, asking what is to be done next. That is how Gurus help we take. And daily satsang on the Shastra, listening, studying, we take the help from Shastra. Thus, we always are in the mood of being sadhak. ये पक्का संसारिक कैसे हो, संसार के मूड में रहते हैं 100%. We have to slowly come into the mood of 100% आध्यात्मिकता. बीच बीच में चेक करना है. Am I getting lost in anything by giving more importance? Am I forgetting I am sadhaka? बीच में चेक करके we have to shift. And it should go on, go on, go on till the sadhakatva and sadhana become stronger in us. The other things take back seat or less importance. May God bless us in all these things. Having said so, one more thought today, or this itself is good enough. Tomorrow we'll discuss the other one. Let us now do our class on Shwethashwathara Upanishad. The topic under discussion is the Vishnu Dharma Purana quotations to tell us in a very clear, unambiguous words the position and need and limitation of the karmas, in which the four important karmas are Swadharma karma, Seva karma, Upasana karma, Yagna karma. Their necessities, their purposes, and their limitations. Then the picture is very clear, in the intellect. And we are also committed person. उसका अंदाज ही अलग होता है कि नहीं, आनंद कि I know what to do and I am very happy that I am doing what I am doing. I have the authority of my intellectual conviction. It is supported, backed by the Shastras, which is supported by my Guru's guidance continues. So these things I am doing outside for my this inner purity. And actually I am doing, and actually I am finding my inner purity. That inner purity in me is tested and found true by me in the form of I am lesser disturbed now, more calm and quiet, less egoistic, more adjusting and accepting, less angry on others, more happy within myself and others, less seeking service from others, more I am only contributing. This is one change that I am observing as the sign of purity gained through doing what is told to be done. The other one is mind is cooperating in my japa, in my upasana, in my shastra adhyanam. अरे कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं हो रहा है. I am able to find time, take for half an hour, 1 hour that book, calm and quietly study and grasping the things. I am able to effortlessly maintain my regular shravana of the shastras from my gurus. So this is a result of the Shuddhi of the Antakarana gained by clearing the obligations through various karmas and also taking initiative to do the karma of upasana punya. देखो, duties are obligations, swadharma. Seva and upasana and yajna, they are not obligation. Without them also we can be alive. But they have to be made necessary by our choice because they are the ones quickly they purify us, quickly they give us that. See, purification, when you talk about both the things, we should understand. The purification has two things: one, removal of the non positive, then decorating, adorning our personality, conducive for spiritual journey, conducive to seek or invoke Guru's Krupa. Like, nahate hai. When you nahao, both things happen. The body's dirt goes away, laziness, etc. go away. This is one thing, but that's the only feeling we feel, the meaning of purity through taking bath all the time. But there's other thing which we always miss. It is what? When we are pure, we become qualified to go near the God, into the temple, and get the tirtha and prasada from Panditji. है कि नहीं? बिना नहाए हम जाएंगे क्या वहाँ? तो नहाने का दोनों फायदा. In the same way, purification is not only a removal of the impurities. Purification also means deserving for the grace. We understood? Acha, this person is now pure. Let me give him the blessings or guidance, the God and Guru things. So, in this way, with full maturity, understanding, when we do and see the result of it, life is joyful. So, this is the topic we are talking. Same will be continued in the Yagnavalkya Smruti also in a few shlokas. So, patiently, slowly, we are cherishing each of the mantra. Continue. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsha Rushibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya. Om Nitaye Sarva Vidyanam Bhishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Yerive Guruvihi Purvam Badavakya Pramanatah Vyakyata Sarva Vedanta Nityam Pranatosmyaham Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Pada Shankaram Lokashankaram Bhavata Janata Suhita Bhavita Nijabodha Vicharana Charumate Kalayeshwara Jiva Vivekavidam Bhava Shankara Deshika Me Sharanam Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatītam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatītam Triguna Sadgurum Tam Namami Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Samasta Brahma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo देवताभ्यो नमः श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधन मोक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सनातन धर्मस्य साधनानां सहित मोक्ष मार्गाणां सहित समस्त संप्रदाय प्रक्रियाणां सहित पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व सनातन धर्म आध्यात्मिक अभिवृद्धि तेन विश्व एकता पुरोवृद्ध्यर्थम ये अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने निष्ठिताः अस्माकं सह तेषां सर्वेषां पूर्णायुरारोग्यादि शक्ति साधनादि प्राप्ति बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलनेन धर्म संस्थापने दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्र अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम अतः श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद मंगलाचरण श्लोक. ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम निखिलाधारम अव्ययम निगमाद्यगतम नित्यम नीलकंठम नमाम्यहम. प्रथमोऽध्यायः शांति मंत्र. ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. अथ संबंध भाष्यम. So yesterday we have seen how to get this purification, Shuddhi, without which the jnana cannot be gained, without which the moksha cannot be obtained. So we were told, I am chanting these slokas, Suvarnadi Mahadana Punyatirthavagahanaihi Shariraischa Mahakleshaihi Shastroktaihi Tat Shamaha Bhavet. That Shama is Shamanam of all the impurities in us. The vasanas gone away, therefore they are no more to express as the desires and agitations. No, vasana in the karana kosha, desire in the buddhi kosha, agitations in the mano kosha, restlessness in the indriyas, then the action at the body level. This is how the Ashuddhis make us outwardly, worldly, don't allow us to become introverted. So, this purification, here it is called as Shama, is achieved through these four things. One, Suvarnadi Mahadana. By this, the attachment to the wealth or the matter, which creates the variety of Ashuddhis of Bhoga with them, are increasing it, coveting it, and not giving to anyone, finding arrogance or becoming jealousy or humiliating those who have lesser than us. Yes, are dhana sampada related samsara impurity goes away when by suvarnadi mahadana we give up our value attachment to the dhana adi. This is first. Clear no? Oh, beautiful. Second one, punya tirthavagahanaihi. When you go to the Punya Tirtha, Punya Kshetras, there the few things happen. First one is we come out of our comfort zone where we are habituated to so many lazinesses, bodily related identifications, etc. Second is what? In that Punya Tirtha, we see so many people doing sadhanas. Both the removal of arrogance that I am the seeker, that also happens. And it will mature we get inspired seeing them. अरे बाबा इतने सारे साधक हैं तो मैं भी उनकी तरह करूँगा. This is a second benefit when we go to the Punya Tirtha. Punya Tirtha में सारे ऐड करो. The ashramas are Punya Tirthas, the Nadi Tirthas are Punya Tirthas, then the Punya Kshetras where the Bhagavan has come to for a devotee or himself. All these three are the Punya Tirtha. Third one is because of time, eternal or longer, continuously the Adhyatmika sadhana karyakrama going in those Punya Kshetra, that whole atmosphere is at subtle level divinely vibrant. So when we go to that place, we get inspired like our classes every day, come what may, whatever they are. When we come to class, there is some information, there is some inspiration, there is some addition to knowledge or strengthening of the knowledge. That beauty is there in the class which is not there otherwise. That way our class also is a punya kshetra, isn't it? So, in this way, when we go to Punya Tirthas, we come out of the comfort zone, we learn to do the tapasya, we give up our arrogance that we are doer sadhana, we get inspiration from others, and we can encash or get blessed or benefited by that beautiful, subtle vibrations that are created by millions of rishis and sadhakas by their sadhana in that Punya Kshetra. So this is how the impurities go away through पुण्य तीर्थ अवगाहन. इनमें से कुछ ना कुछ चीजें two we have seen, two more we are going to see. कुछ one or the other should keep on happening in our life by our doing. Remember, don't justify not doing any of the sadhana by any reason. Old age or problems of life or other obligation. कुछ भी हो. That's prarabdha. It has its own path to follow. It comes, it goes, it never ends. By not doing sadhana, we are only doing something else which is adding to the prarabdha, again which we have to go through only. Uska apna track, the track of prarabdha goes on. The track of doing duties go on. The third track of sadhana, it will not happen by itself. We have to take initiative, we have to continue. That's called sadhana. जो by our choice we do, that's called sadhana. Not that which accidentally, incidentally, by prarabdha happens. So that tadap in us, that restless in us, कि कुछ ना कुछ for sadhana I have to do, I have to do, I have to do. And from that kuch na kuch to the best of the sadhana we have to select. There is no better thing than studying shastras from our gurus, contemplating on them and meditating. What is higher than this one? Only when this cannot be done, the second level. And even the second, third, don't do it independently without taking the guru into confidence. Otherwise, on the name of personally doing sadhana, the ego arrogance grows, which we can't recognize. And study Shastras, it is told only by Ishvara Anugraha, Guru Anugraha, the opening of the sadhana and siddhi happen. Many people, those used to come to our class. Now they found their own independent works and they are busy in it. I mean, no time for studying Shastra. Are Baba, in the class only the entire Guru Parampara is blessing. Because you are coming to the class, you get an idea of sadhana. Now, in the interest of doing that sadhana, the most blessed class only if you give up, see how you are caught up in your ego. They can't understand. Isn't it? Very tough. In the Satsanga, Shastra Dhyanam, especially, we have the Parampara is blessing us, which is nothing is equal to that. Your sadhanas you do at your other conveniences, not at the cost of class. Isn't it? दूसरे चीज त्याग करो, sacrifice, not this one. Very interesting, no? Hmm. In this way, uh, Punya Tirtha Avagahana, we have to go to these Punya Tirthas by our initiative. So it is we who have to, the third track we were talking about is taking initiative and doing sadhanas. It doesn't happen by itself. It is we who have to do. In our own interest, it doesn't happen by itself. Second one, Suvarnadi Mahadana, Punyatirtha Avagahana. Third is Shariraischa Mahakleshai. This is another one. The Sharira Tadatme, as we are seeing in Yoga Vasishta evening. What an important topic. Fortunate ones are listening that. So the Mahaklesha of the Sharira, we have to go through of Upavasa and so many other things by which also the Shuddhi of the Antakarana takes place. Fourth one is Shastroktahi. The Shastrokta Vidhana is two. Shastra कहते हैं वर्णाश्रम के अनुसार how we have to live, and Shastra only tells us like in Gita the amanitvam adammitvam or adveshta sarva bhutanam ityadi. There are two ways. Knowing that these are the impurities in me, trying to eliminate them. Other is what? Knowing that these are the good, noble ways of life. When we live that noble, good way of life, accordingly or consequently, the negative goes away. Like I have ego. I have to get rid of the ego. So I struggle to remove ego. This is one way. Another is what? Just simply become simple, humble, and serve your guru, serve the Lord. In that simplicity, humbleness, the problem ego goes away automatically. The beauty of life is what? You can attack and eliminate the negative also. Then you can empower the positive also. The second one is a healthier one. If you empower the positive ones, if you do the positive ones, negative automatically go away. So the Shastrokta Vidhividhana are there to have these values like Adveshta Sarvabhutanam, Gita 12th May, 13th May. How many values are given? The 12th chapter, the 40, the 13th chapter, and the 20 values. Again 32 values in the 16th chapter. ये भी करने से हमको अंतःकरण शुद्धि होगा. शास्त्रोक्त आर three things. One is the values, second is Swadharmanushtana, third is the Shastrokta Yajna Yaga. ये तीनों करने से शुद्धि अवंत करना we obtain. Then we become qualified for the jnana, both to be told by the guru as well as to be able to receive it and also understand it and also live upon that and maybe even experience. Why maybe? Certainly. Now the last loka in this regard, two more are there. Continuation. देवता श्रुति सच्छास्त्र श्रवणैः पुण्यदर्शनैः गुरुशुश्रूषणैश्चैव पापबन्धः प्रशाम्यति. My dear respected friends, how can we expect more clear expression than this? Is there any? So clearly in unambiguous words, Every of the clarity of sadhana is given. If not for our non-application, what else is the reason if we cannot understand, accept, implement? What are the sadhanas indicated? Devata, Shruti, Sat, Shastra, Shravanaihi. So, Devata Shravana means listening about the avatars and their anugraha. Devata also means Devata Upasana. So, देवताओं का उपासना, देवताओं का महिमा बताने वाला, उनके कथाएं सुनना. Second is Shruti. Shruti is generally the Vedanta Granthas. Listening them, studying them, contemplating on them. Third is Satshastra Shravana. Here Satshastra include the Dharma Shastras, the Upasana Shastras, the Yoga Shastras, the Bhakti Shastras, the Jnana Shastra. उनका श्रवण and pondering over them. Vedanta Vakyaihi Sadharavantaha. Our time has to be spent always in this. Don't spare ourselves, don't spare our mind for anything else, because that saga of being a samsari is endless. We have to put an end. This is the way. So, Devata Shruti Satshastra Shravanaihi. Then Punya Darshanaihi. So again, Punya Darshana, as was said earlier, here we can add Punya Darshana means having the Darshana of the sages and saints and Mahatmas. You understand? All study we do, all sadhana we do, the result of all of that, much more than that, is the blessings we receive even in a moment's presence, in the presence of a great saints and Mahatmas. Because they are living that universal truth, na? फिर उनसे बढ़कर, उनके प्रेजेंस में बढ़कर दूसरा कोई साधना महान नहीं होता. दैट इज वाई पुण्य दर्शन. Near your own house in proximity, if there are some Mahatma Santa ashrama, then go have darshan. It will inspire us. It brings that beautiful transformation. Huh? If you have your guru, every day we are having darshan of our guru. In the mind we are doing upasana. That includes all. It includes all. उसमें दैव का सब उपासनाएं हो गए. But somehow we don't have Shraddha in any guru for any reason. So, Punya Darshana means the Punya Sthala, Punya Kshetra, and the Punya Vigraha of the Lord in various temples, also Mahatmas. Uska darshan, unka darshan karna. So, again, Devata, Shruti Satshasтрaihi, Shavanaihi, Punya Darshanaihi. Now, the next one, that's what said, Guru Shushrushanai Shaiva, by doing Guru Shushrusha. Guru Shushrusha is the word which has two meanings. Shravanam also is called Shushrusha. Seva also is called Guru Shushrusha. Listening to the Gurus, he gives Tattva Jnana, he gives Vyaktitva Vikasa Jnana, he gives the Dharma Jnana, he gives Laukika Vyavahara Jnana. And they need not study all the books, Gurus. They are the books. They just reveal. If you are devoted, surrendered to them, through their mouth, what is best for us comes out, we can practice it. That Shravana is one Guru Shushrusha, followed by doing exactly. Not in his interest, but for us. Second is Guru Shushrusha means Guru Seva. You must make a point. Ki go and stay for a week, a month, or at least in 6 months to your Guru and do physically Seva to him. Stay with the Guru, go do the Seva. It is much more greater sadhana than what we think and imagine and do at our home. Specifically mentioned here, Guru Shushrusha. The purification happens, the blessings received, the joy felt there, the elation, the inspiration comes, the removal of the ego, the removal of the low confidence, etc. जो गुरु के समक्ष में होता है, अदरवाइज नहीं. तो गुरु शुश्रूषा है ना. The 3 weeks of a month or 3 months में 1-2-2.5 महीने we are doing any seva to our own sharira. Anyway, we are doing seva to all our attachments. Can't we do few days seva to our gurus? Not that Guru wants them. Guru never wants. He is beyond all wants. He is already in the bliss infinite. It is we who have to think. पिछले 1 2 3 महीने में have I gone to visit my Guru? Did I do the seva to him? गुरु शुश्रूषा जिंदगी में ना सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट. There are some people just by Guru Shushrusha, they just cross the samsara. Even they have not heard Shastra Adhyayana from the Guru. जरूरत नहीं है. सेवा करते प्यूरिफिकेशन हो गया. Just Guru looked at them once, was the ignorance is gone, they realized. You know, the Adi Shankara Bhagavan के शिष्यों में how many? Guru Shushrusha Shenaiva. Next, Papa Bandha Prashamyati. In these, through these sadhanas, the bondage of the Papa Prashamyati gets removed, destroyed. Okay, what is the Papa Bandha? No doubt at all. Ignorance of the self, the vasanas for the world, the desires for the world, desire prompted activities in the world, therefore attachment to the things and beings through ragadvesha in the world, then involving in them for with the swarda sukha, all of that is called Papa Bandha. Because of which we are keeping away ourselves from our own real self, which is a giver of moksha, isn't it? सारा जो हमको भगवान से दूर ले जाता है वो पाप है. वो सब कुछ जो भगवान को ले जाता है वो पुण्य है. Taking away from God is papa. Taking us towards the God is punya. Sadhana. Prashamyati. Then from here onwards now, Yagnavalkya api Shuddhi apeksham tat sadhanam cha darshayat. So far we have seen Vishnu Dharma Purana talking about the necessity of doing the actions and for what purpose, with what uddeshya. Unambiguous. In a crystal clear words. It is only 3 4 times we have to listen and study and do little feeling contemplation, then understand and decide for ourselves. These are the activities now on I am going to do for my own inner purification. These are the signs and symbols of inner purity. With that inner purity, I will again pursue the Shastra Adhyana, Tattva Chintana for Atma Jnana, Atma Anubhuti. देखो, in these regards, there should be no doubt. Understanding may be and practically living also. We should not afford anymore the ambiguity, vagueness, and non-performance after being blessed by the Guru Parampara for so many years through so many Shastras or Satsangas. Isn't it? वो नहीं कहेंगे हमको कि इतने साल से सुना रहा हूं, हमको महसूस होना है. I am being regular now. How much I have matured to be more committed sadhaka from within by my choice. You know, is that vision lofty about Paramatma sadhana has developed in us, or still that it is a very micro level and my samsaritva in me alone is taking macro position? Like मैं हूं अभी आंख बंद करके देख रहा हूं मेरे अंदर. Which is predominant? My seeking Paramatma is more big and predominant, or still my worldliness? Isn't it? If the transformation doesn't happen, so lot more is there for us to listen, or I have to improve the way of our listening and understanding. Clear? Now the Yagnavalkya, Bhagavan in his Yagnavalkya Smruti. I think we should take up this Manusmruti, Yagnavalkya Smruti, Parashara Smruti, Suta Samhita Smruti for our Adhyana. One Smruti anyway we are doing, that is Yoga Vasishta Maharabha. It's called Smruti Grantha. Bhagavad Gita also is Smruti Grantha. We will definitely study it with the Shankara Bhashyam. But these also we can browse through once in our life. है ना? देखो जैसा होगा. Now what Sri Yagnavalkya Rishi says, we can study. Yagnavalkya Rishi is so great, we might have got an idea because 2 weeks back we were doing his Sahasra Namavali. 10 days we chanted every day 100 names of Yagnavalkya Rishi. याद है आपको? 10 दिन पहले ये जो त्रिशतियाँ स्टार्ट हुए हैं, उससे पहले द लास्ट वन था याज्ञवल्क्य सहस्रनामावली ओनली, और मे बी बिफोर, उसके बाद वी हैव डन दी भगवान श्री अय्यप्पा सहस्रनामावली, उससे पहले था याज्ञवल्क्य. And you know the Taittiriya Upanishad time we have discussed, Yagnavalkya Rishi is the disciple in the beginning of Vaishampayana Rishi, learned from him all the Vedas, Upanishad Jnana, and then some sin incurred by Vaishampayana. Then the disciples he told, do this or that Anushtanam, then this my sin will go away. This Yagnavalkya comes and says, आउट ऑफ हिज डिवोशन ओनली टू द गुरु, कि ये लोग क्या करेंगे मैं करूंगा आपके लिए. दी वेराइटी ऑफ उपासनास दीक्षास फॉर अटोनमेंट ऑफ वॉट एवर दी sin of omission happened or commission. Listening to this, the Vaishampayana Rishi becomes angry with his disciple Yagnavalkya. You can't be my disciple. Throw and give away all knowledge you received from me. Then he vomits all the knowledge. Yagnavalkya. Then Vaishampayana orders other disciples, become the three birds, take the tag, the vomit, and they take it. That's how the entire Taittiriya Shaka has come of the Yajurveda. Then what happened to Yagnavalkya Rishi? He has gone to Bhagavan Surya and he has done intensely the tapasya of the invocation of Surya. Through the Surya Anugraha, he has got the totally so far unearthed, unexpressed the Jnana Kanda, Veda Kanda, and that is called as Shukla Yajurveda. So the Krishna Yajurveda belongs to Vaishampayana, Shukla Yajurveda belongs to the Yagnavalkya Rishi. In that only the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the Maitreyi Brahmanam, all of them come. That Yagnavalkya Maitreyi Sambandha, topmost of all the Vedanta Shastra. Through Surya Upasana, taught by Surya, Yagnavalkya gets that knowledge and plenty of disciples. Totally the Shukla Yajurveda Shaka started and millions are trained in that. Mind you, all of these are external stories. Internally, this is Bhagwan's Leela. That is how it had to happen, it happened. But Yagnavalkya Rishi is that way greatest. सूर्य उपासना. एंड सूर्य जी का हम कल पढ़ रहे थे, भुवन ज्ञानम सूर्य संयमात, योग दर्शन में भुवन ज्ञानम सूर्य संयमात वी आर डूइंग that Yagnavalkya, he has not only became the means for Shukla Yajurveda to express through him by the grace of Lord Surya, but he also has given the Smruti Grantha. And Smrutis are from their own Anubhuti and Smarana, when these great saints give out the knowledge for the living, prospering in moksha of the beings, those writings, revelations are called the Smruti Jnanas. याज्ञवल्क्य स्मृति ढूंढो कोई मेरे को भेजना. I had a book by Ashtadasha Smriti. To somebody I gave, it is gone. Where it has gone, I don't know. Available it is in some of the publishers. 18 Smritis. One एक ही book छोटा है 300 पेज. Each Smriti का 20-20 30-30 पेज to get a bird's eye view. Actual Smriti जो printed है, you can contact the great publishers. Somewhere you can get it. Life has to be spent in the study of them before the eyes stop seeing. आंखों में दिखना बंद करने से पहले पढ़ो, कान से सुनना बंद करने से पहले सुनो, मुंह से बोलना बंद होने से पहले प्रवचन दो और टेक द नेम ऑफ द गॉड. आई एम डूइंग दिस. यस्टरडे somebody was saying, स्वामी आपका गला बैठ रहा है. मैं गला बंद होने तक आई विल टॉक, दैट्स इट. इनमें बंद हो जाएगा एक दिन. This great saint Yagnavalkya ji also guided us. Though any of such rishis, final guidance is Shastra Dhenam, Dhyanam, and Atmanubhuti and Moksha. But to do all these things, what an amount of obstacles we have got in our all personality layers from the Sukshma to Sukshma to gross. all that has to be bulldozed and to be thrown away. Technically, they are called the Rajoguna of the extroverted as terrible and the Tamoguna of laziness. Yoga Bhasha, they are called as Kshipta Vikshipta Bhumika and the Muda Bhumika. Imagine that personality which is full of Sataguna and dynamism, always engaged in something related to Adhyatmika sadhanas. And thus, day by day, we are ensuring what is to be done, doing that, and we are ensuring that we are really growing. That picture we have to have in our mind about ourselves, and then we have to realize that imagined picture through practice. To make it happen, these gurus, with full enthusiasm and inspiration, they guide. They are not angry or fed up with the disciples when they are lazy with tamoguna or distracted with rajoguna. They are more inspired. Like a doctor is more inspired to see more patients, to treat them. The soldiers are more inspired to finish more enemies when they see. So do the gurus are more inspired when they see more stupid disciples and guide them, isn't it? So they get inspiration. They guide, बेटा ऐसी गड़बड़ है तुम्हारे अंदर, ये करो ठीक हो जाएगा, वो करो ठीक हो जाएगा. All that put together becomes Smruti Granth. स्मरण से दिया हुआ ज्ञान स्मृति ज्ञान. And it is lesser in authority than the Vedas, Shruti, but not lesser in effectiveness. Effective. It is equally effective. श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास सारे अपने आप में फुल इफेक्ट रखते हैं टू गिव मोक्ष. As regards effectiveness concerned, they are same. Authority means whenever we have to say what is final, it is only Shruti Vedas. Okay. One shloka we chant of Yagnavalkya Rishi today. What is this? Yagnavalkya api shuddhi apeksham tat sadhanam cha darshet. Even Yagnavalkya Rishi also, Shuddhi Apeksha, the need and necessity of the Antakarana Shuddhi, he mentions along with that, Tat Sadhanam cha Darshayati, how to achieve that Shuddhi, that also he teaches us. One shloka, कर्तव्याशय शुद्धिस्तु भिक्षुकेण विशेषतः ज्ञानोत्पत्ति निमित्तत्वात् स्वतंत्रीकरणाय च. In that Yati Dharma, he gives that. Very typical, cute shloka it is. Kartavyashaya shuddhistu bhikshukena visheshatah jnanotpatti nimittatvat swatantri karanaya cha. Bhasha is different, but what is said is same, what we saw so far. First, kartavya. Kartavya means should be done. That is called as kartavya. क्या कर्तव्य है कि आशय शुद्धि ही. आशय इज अंतःकरण. ओके. वासनामय कोश. कर्तव्य आशय शुद्धि. Therefore, the अंतःकरण and वासनामय कोश शुद्धि is to be achieved. कर्तव्य है. For whom? भिक्षुकेण विशेषतः. To all brahmachari, grastha, prastha, but specially visheshatah bhikshukena. Bhikshuka means the one who has taken up sannyasa, because this topic is given in the Yati Dharma Bhaga of that Yagnavalkya Smruti. Means he might have given the Brahmacharya Dharma, Grastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa Dharma. In the Sannyasa Dharma portion, this shloka came. Therefore, Yatihi Bhikshukena Visheshataha. Means there is no option to others, and to the Bhikshu there is a compulsion. Definitely he must do the kartavya of Ashay Shuddhi. Why should it be done? Jnana Utpatti Nimittatvat. Because that is the only nimitta for the Jnana Utpatti. Jnana unambiguous about our own real true self, and also that truth which is beyond, behind the seen world of Rupanama. Why should I have that Jnana Utpatti, sir? For Swatantri Karanaya cha, for getting the Swatantra. Yes, Swatantra is freedom from the Bandhana is equal to Moksha. So to experience that independent, infinite bliss, which we call as Nirvana or Moksha or Mukti or Brahma Prapti or Atma Prapti or Brahmatma Bodha or Atma Bodha, word कुछ भी हो, यहाँ एक नया word use किया, स्वतंत्री करना. So how do we get the freedom, swatantrata? When we get the Jnanotpatti. How do we get the Jnanotpatti? When the Antakarana is Shuddhi. So how do we get the Antakarana Shuddhi? By doing all the sadhanas. So the need of the Antakarana Shuddhi is said in this shloka by Yagnavalkya Rishiji. Now, how to achieve that? He will tell in the next few shlokas. We will enjoy studying them tomorrow and feel inspired from within and plan our day so beautifully, systematically that we start doing sadhana in few days. May he that sadhana becomes natural, effortless, joy giving, inspiration giving, that more and more we involve and dekhte he, we have purified ourselves, we have brought the subtlety in us, we have really started deeply studying our Shastra, reach to the level of contemplation and meditation, and even touching that self. इतने चीजें हमको फटाफट धनाधन इसी जिंदगी में होना है. Let us try it. Grace of God Guru is fully there. We have to realize it, we have to use it, we have to actualize our experience. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramashabhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Om Tat Sat. Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you, friends.